Hello, good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to discuss the new topic, that is how to determine the wastewater flow and what are the various factors which are affecting the affecting the wastewater flow rates. First of all, you have to understand that the wastewater flow rates is the flow rate which is going to pass through the various sewerage system, that is we have discussed in the previous lecture, that is the either in the combined system or in the separate system or the partial separate system. Or more importantly, you have to understand that we have to find the calculation about the sewage or quantity of sewage which is going to pass through the sewer line or the section of the pipe. Okay, now moving further, first of all I want to introduce to you the topic, that is in order to determine the section of the sewer, it is essential to know the total quantity of wastewater or sewage that would flow through the sewer. Means we have to first determine the total section of the sewer, that is mean the diameter of the sewer, or and then it is essential to know the total quantity of wastewater or the sewage that is going to flow through that sewer or the sewer pipe or through that section. Means first means what conclusion we are getting from this point, that first we have to find the two things, that first is diameter of the pipe, second is the total discharge of wastewater which is going to pass through that sewer. Second, the total wastewater can be divided into two components. Now the diameter which can be found by the various formulas, and similarly the wastewater, and then the wastewater will be again classified or will be divided or will be found out by the two components. First is dry weather flow and second is storm water. Means dry weather flow is nothing but the sanitary sewage, but and second is the storm water flow. We have discussed all such things in the previous lecture. Now first of all I want to discuss about the dry weather flow, that is what is meant by dry water flow. The dry weather flow is the flow through the sewer that would normally be available during the non rainfall period. Means that is why we are saying it as dry weather flow. Means you have to understand that a term, that is the sanitary sewage which is available in the sewer section and which is available during the non rainfall period. Okay, and it mainly consists of domestic sewage and industrial sewage. Okay, now the dry weather flow, it is that quantity of wastewater that flows through the through a sewer in dry weather when no storm water is in the sewer. It is a very good point that it is a quantity of a sewer when there is no storm water is in the sewer line. Means it is, that is why it is known as dry weather flow. But dry weather flow is nothing different from the term that is sanitary sewage. That sanitary sewage is also known as the dry weather flow. Okay, but the condition here dry weather flow is, that is the flow of sewage during the non rainfall period or when no storm water is present in the sewer line. Okay, you have to first clearly understand the fact behind this. The dry weather flow is also sometimes called as the sanitary sewage, and it is obtained from the various following points. That is, you have to understand that sometimes we will use the terminology dry weather flow and sometimes we will use the term sanitary sewage, but both the conditions are same, and it is obtained from the following sources. Now what are the various sources? Domestic wastewater, that is which is comes out from the houses through water closets, baths, urinals, wash basins, etc. Means the wastewater which is comes out in the form of sewage and sewage in the sewer line, and which is the main source of the domestic wastewater, that is that is the water closet, that is toilets, baths, urinals, wash basins, etc. Similarly, as we have discussed just right now in the earlier of this presentation, that the dry weather flow is comprises of two flow or two sewage, that is the domestic sewage and industrial sewage. That is why the industrial sewage is also included into it, and industrial waste water, that is which comes out from the various industries. Third point, wastewater from public facilities, that is the wastewater which is generated from the various public facilities, means from the various public buildings and public facilities, means like parks and theaters, etc. And the toilets which is available over there, they will generate the wastewater, and also the wastewater which will allow into that sewer line. Groundwater infiltration means sometimes some through infiltration which occurs through the groundwater through some leakages or faulty joints, and hence the quantity of sewage will increase. Now, what is the estimation, that is the wastewater quantity estimation? It is this formula, that is the quantity of sanitary sewage alone in the absence of storms in dry season is known as the dry weather flow. That is, we have just now seen that and understand it. And that is what is the quantity, that is the per capita sewage contributed per day, means a person which is contributing a sewage or a waste per day into the total population available of that city. That is known as the quantity available, or the quantity generated is known as the sanitary sewage. But this is the quantity of the present population available over the town or the city. What are the various factors which affect the dry weather flow? First is rate of water supply, second population growth, third type of area served, fourth infiltration of groundwater. Means what are the rate of water supply? Means as we supply the water supply more, the quantity which is generated by the consumers will be of wastewater will be also high. Similarly, the population growth, means as long as the population will high, the generation of the wastewater will also high. Type of area served, means in which area you are serving the water and in which condition, and hence the water which comes out in which form. That is, we are serving the treated water and it is used for some industrial purposes, and hence it is comes out after various industrial use, and that effluent is of various highly contagious, or maybe very mixed with very heavy impurities, and hence such type of area is also very should be considered. Also, the rate of infiltration, means how the infiltration of the water is entering into the sewer line, and hence what is the quantity of it. Okay, sorry. So we will see in detail all the factors affecting the wastewater quantity estimation. That is the rate of, first is rate of water supply. The quantity of wastewater produced from a community would naturally depending upon the rate of water supply per capita per day. Means what is the quantity of wastewater produced from a community would naturally depend, means obviously it is depends upon the rate of water supply per capita per day. The quantity of water supply entering in the sewers would be the quantity of wastewater entering the sewers would be less than the quantity of water supply. Okay, now how this point should be, we have to understand that the total quantity of wastewater entering the sewers would be less than the total quantity of water supply. Means you have to understand that generally we use that 135 LPCD we used to supply to for the water consumption and water supply, and various factors are associated with it, and sometimes water is used to evaporate from various household activities. Suppose imagine that after washing the utensils or after washing the clothes, some moistures are also available into that either utensils or clothes, and hence these moistures or these water would not directly come into the contact with the wastewater or the sewerage system, and hence the evaporation will occur, and hence the quantity, obviously, either the waste will be generated in it would be runoff, or it will be placed over the surface area, and hence the quantity which is generated of the wastewater would be obviously less than the quantity of water supply, and hence we generally assume that the total quantity of water supply which is supplied to the community or supplied to the town is about 80% to the water wastewater which is we are getting from the sewerage system. Means this is a fact, and we have to understand that, and this is a very important point, that about 80 to 90% of the total water supply is the total quantity of wastewater entering into the sewers. Okay, now this is because of the fact that water is lost in domestic consumption, either in cooking or either just now I have said that the washing of the clothes, utensils, etc., and evaporation, lawn sprinkling, firefighting, industrial consumption will takes place, and hence the quantity of water supply is not exactly equal to the quantity of wastewater. In general, it is assumed that waste generation quantity is 80% of the rate of water supply. This is very important to remember, that because we will going to accustom with this in the near future for the quantity for the design of the sewer section, because we are going to because we will generally given the data of the water supply or the just population, and we have to design the whole sewerage system of the town or the community, and in that case we have to assume that the total quantity of water supply is about 80 to 90%, and generally we keep it at the value is at 80%. Similarly, the second point which comes out, that is the population growth. Next point is the population growth. The various methods are adopted for estimating the future populations are given below, and the particular method to be adopted for a particular case for a particular city depends largely on the factors discussed in this method, and the selection is left to the designers. Means various methods are available with us, and depending upon the condition, depending upon the case, and depending upon the city, the what are the factors which affects all such above mentioned factors, the particular formula or particular design or design formula for the population growth is based is selected, and it is only be left to the designer, that is which is design the sewerage system for that area of or particular town. So what are the various methods or formulas are available? That is the arithmetic increase method, geometric increase method, incremental increase method, decreasing rate of growth method, simple graphical method, comparative graphical method, ratio method, logistic curve method. The all above these methods we have already learned in the environmental engineering one, and we have solved the various numericals regarding it, and we all accustomed to it that what are the various terminologies associated with all such methods, and depending upon all these methods we use the any of the method which is particularly suited for the particular city or the particular community or particular town, by considering various factors. In case the desired information on population, suppose if the desired information on of the previous census of the population is not available in the master plan of the town, the densities given in the following table may be adopted as suggested by the manual of the sewage and sewage treatment treatment prepared by the Public Health and Environmental Engineering Organization. Means if the suppose we are going to design the sewage treatment plant or the sewerage system, and the previous population data are not available, and hence in such condition we are not being able to adopt or to use the above mentioned formulas, and hence in such condition the following densities should be used to determine the future population. That is, now that the two tables are here, that is size of town, that is which is given in the population, and density per population per hectare. Means what is the density population per hectare. Okay. Population that is up to 5075 to 150, population up to 5000 to 20,000, that is 150 to 250, 2000 sorry 20,000 to 50,000, 250 to 300. Similarly, the population of a town consisting about 50,000 to 1 lakh, 300 to 350, and above 1 lakh, 350 to 1000. These are the densities which is given by us by the various sewage and manual of the sewage treatment by the Central Health Public Organization. Similarly, what are the effect of growth of population? Means the population, there are three tables, three columns are available in the given table. That is, the first is population, second is rate of water supply, that is in LPCD, that is liter per capita per demand, and sewage production. Means what and how much we are supplying the rate of water supply, and what we are getting the sewage production. Means, here are the data given to us. The population below 2 lakhs, generally we used to provide that water is about 130 to 160, and what is the sewage is comes out is 110 to 120. Similarly, population lies between 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs, and that is water consumption we used to provide 160 to 180, and similarly the waste which is comes out is in the form of 130 to 140 LPCD. Also, the population lies between the 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs. The water supply is 180 to 200 LPCD, and also the sewage production is about 150 to 170. Similarly, if the population is more like 10 lakhs, it is given as the water supply or the water consumption to the society is 200 to 250, and the sewage production is 180 to 280. It is about the 80% of the total water consumption. Now, what is the design period? As per CPHEO manual, CPH means Central Public Health and Environmental Engineering Organization. It is the central, it is an organization which is run by the central government of India, and hence this organization has given some design periods as per this manual. And what is design periods means? After this, after completion of this design period, the life of the design of the component of the sewer system should be replaced, or their life is no longer for further use. Okay. So what is mentioned here, that is the branches of sewer, means the laterals, the trunks, and the various sublaterals, sub branches of the sewer line is about 30 years of age. Means after 30 years we have to substitute the whole system of the sewer or the branches of the sewer, main sewer, after 30 years. Similarly, pumping stations where the sewage is pumped is about 30 years. The treatment plant, the sewage treatment plant, the age of the sewage treatment plant is 30 years. Pumping machinery, the machinery which is continuously pump the sewage, is about 15 years. Effluent disposal and utilization, means effluent means the waste which comes out from the various industries, its disposal and its the effluent disposal and its utilization unit is about 30 years. Means these are the design periods, and we have to, considering these design periods, we have to design the various sewerage system. Now, what is type of area which is going to serve? That is, the quantity of wastewater produced depends upon whether the area to be served is either residential, commercial, industrial, or maybe it can be added, that is institutional. Sometimes the institutional is also added into the residential. What is institutional? Institutional means the area or the that is the offices, schools, colleges, means these comes also in institutional section, and hence in the sewerage system and or in the sanitary sewer system, this all these institutional sections will added into the residential sections. The commercial sections means for the commercial establishments, the waste which comes out from the various commercial establishments. And third is the industrial establishments that we have discussed earlier. The wastewater from the residential area directly depends upon the rate of water supply. If there is no infiltration of water in the sewer, and if there are no private source of supply, means that the waste of residential wastewater from the residential area directly depends upon the rate of the water supply. If there is no infiltration of the water, means that there is no leakages and low infiltration from the faulty joints in the sewer, and if there are no private sources, and hence therefore it is considered it as the wastewater is directly is equal to the water supply. Similarly, the wastewater produced from the residential area may be assumed to be equal to 70 to 80% of the water supplied through the public water supply system. Also, the amount of wastewater produced from the industrial locality depends upon the types of industries and their corresponding industrial processes. Means what type of industries are available into that locality, which processes is going into that particular industry, what type of waste is going to generate, that is, it may be tannery industry, dairy industry, leather industry, etc. The waste which comes out from that industry is not homogeneous from every industry, and hence it is recommended to all industry that you have to give some primary treatment before discharging your waste into the public sewerage system. The same is the case with the commercial undertakings, means commercial establishments. The sewage flow rates can be determined after careful study of the various processes involved. Means it is also, we have to understand that some commercial establishments are available, and hence the sewage flow rates can be determined after careful study of various commercial establishments or the processes involved. So last point is the infiltration of the subsoil water. The groundwater or subsoil water may infiltrate into the sewers through the leakage or through the leaky joints. Exfiltration, the word is that is new word is comes here, that is exfiltration. We are dealing with the infiltration. Exfiltration means it is a reverse process which indicates that the flow of wastewater from the sewer into the ground. Means here infiltration means water is entering into the sewerage system, and hence exfiltration is it is a vice versa of it, that is the reverse process, that is the wastewater is generating is removing or releasing from the sewer into the ground. You have to understand the both the terminologies. While due to the infiltration, the quantity of flow through the sewer increases. Similarly, exfiltration results in the decrease in the flow and consequent increase in the pollution of the groundwater, and hence both infiltration and exfiltration are undesirable and take place due to imperfect joints. If suppose you have to understand that if there are leakage or leaky joints, both infiltration and exfiltration takes place. Sometimes the water will infiltrate and sometimes the water will exfiltrate, and in the exfiltration the water which comes out from the leakages, it will pollute our groundwater, it will pollute our ground, and later the ground water will percolate through the pores of the grounds, and hence it will pollute our groundwater. Now what are the variations in rate of sewage? Means where are the variations are occur in the sewage. This is not the graphical representation in the hourly variation. You can the dotted line here represent as the total water supply variation, and hence we can see the peak of the water supply consumption, that is at generally it is about 8 am in the our total consumption. Similarly, as long as the water supply is getting its peak, you can see the sewerage system, that is the quantity in the sewerage system is also getting its peak, and hence is when the water supply is lower, also the sewerage system and the quantity in sewerage system is also getting lower, and hence the peak time is generally at the morning. We generally the maximum consumption or maximum utilization of the wastewater, or the generation of the wastewater, or utilization of the toilets and baths is generally takes place at the morning, and as long as the days processes it can be decreases and further increases even at the sometimes in the evening section and lastly it decreases about to in the late night. Similarly, this is the percentage of average flow rate, means flow rate for the day, means where we are getting the average flow rate, means at what time, that is in AM and PM, average flow rate in the sewer section. When the sewer is getting the peak flow, that is the minimum flow is getting at the early morning, that is you can see that is in the early morning, that is 2 am 4 am, and as long as the day proceeds after 8 am to 12 am it's getting its peak flow, that is the maximum flow in the sewerage section, that is in the sewer line, it is getting the peak flow, and as long as the day proceeds it's getting its downfall. Okay, and similarly we will see the monthly variations. Monthly variation, in which month there will be the maximum flow and in which month there will be the minimum flow. You can see the three graphs are here which shows the maximum flow, minimum flow and average flow. Okay, first of all we will see the maximum flow. This is the maximum flow which is generally represent during the season of the rainy season, where the storm water is also added into it, and the dry water and dry weather flow is get accumulated or get with the dry water get mixed with the storm water flow, and rainfall continuously goes in continuously comes in contact with the sanitary sewage. So that is why we are getting the maximum flow in the sewerage system. Similarly, we are getting the minimum flow during the winter season, because the generation of the wastewater, because generation of the uh, because sorry, the consumption of the water supply is very less. We used to consume less water because of winter. We used to bath less. We used to drink less water, and hence, as the consumption of water supply is less, the wastewater which is generated in the sewer is also getting less, and hence that the middle curve showing the average uh, average flow which is generally occur in the normal area or in the normal months, that is the rest of the months, that is the October, November, or either March, April, where we are getting the normal flow, and hence this is known as the average flow. Okay, so these are the variations which is shown into the graph. What are the peaking factors? What are the peak factors available? So what are the contributory factory of what is the contributory population, which that is the population up to 20,000. Means peaking factors means these are the uh, design factors. Means we will design these sewerage section as per the population available into the town or the community or the city. But we have to design the sewerage section or the sewage system for the uh, up to its design period, and hence it should not be get obsolete after the uh, generation or the forecasting of population, so that we will have to multiply the quantity with these peak factors. So that is up to 20,000. It is 20,000 to 50,000 is 2.5, 50,000 to 750 75,000, 7 lakh 50,000 it is 2.25, and about 7 lakh 50,000 it is about 2. So these are all picking factors. So what are the picking factors for sewer design? That is, you have to, that this is the table which is given to us, that is sewer and which type of sewer you are going to design, and factor to multiply average rate of annual flow. Means you have, this is the factors which you have to multiply for the annual rate, annual flow. Domestic sewer 6, lateral sewer 4 to 6, branch sewer 3, main sewer 2.5, okay, and trunk or outfall sewer is 2. So we have come to the end of this section. Then these are some objective questions associated with this. What is dry weather flow in the sewers available? Machineries is designed for the which period? For population having for a town having population densities. You have to answer this all such MCQs. Go through it one by one. Similarly, some theory questions are also associated with it. What is dry weather flow? What are the various factors affecting the dry weather flow? Also, what are the difference between the dry weather flow, difference between dry weather flow and the storm water flow? Explain any 4 factors with affecting the dry weather flow, etc. and etc. So I have come to the conclusion of the current topic and today's lecture. If you are getting any if you are having any difficulty while having going through it, you can post it into the comment box, and hence I think I have covered the estimation of the wastewater flow. So this is this we have discussed up till now, that is the wastewater flow rate. This is our new topic. Hope you have understood all the concepts related to it, and I am signing off. Thank you.